can you just explain to us such potential 70 kilometres northeast of Perth? Why hasn't it been given much attention by anyone else before?
Yeah, so it's a good question. Yeah, like being an hour out of town, you would think, that every exploration technique would have been applied out there. But yeah, look, to our surprise, when we first came across it in early 2018, we saw pretty quickly that it hadn't really been looked at for nickel or copper or any of the sort of magmatic sulfide suite. So there had been a little bit of work done for vanadium, and there'd been sort of indications of vanadium in the area as well. But yeah, for whatever reason, I guess no one had thought to take out the geophysical techniques or do any of the soil sampling that you would expect to have been done. Basically, a lot of it, a lot of the intrusion there is covered with transported cover. And the survey has it really mapped as a it doesn't have it mapped as outcropping ultramafics or mafic rocks. So what we liked about it is there's a quite strong magnetic feature there, and you're sort of right along a prospective boundary of the Yilgarn Craton there. So you've got like potential I guess source for these mineralized fluids to come up. So yeah, it certainly ticked all the right boxes technically, but it was very much a conceptual play for us.
And would you expect a rush of activity in the area?
Yeah, I think so. I think yeah, look, we've gone and expanded our holding as you would have seen. We've put in about another 18 license applications to over anything that looks sort of quite interesting in the vicinity, and really using magnetics and gravity to do that. I suspect there's a very few companies that have ground in that area, and but the ones that do, they might be sort of looking a bit more closely now to see whether any EM geophysics has been done and things like that.
Where do you think nickel's placed to sort of be first cab off the rank in a good market or returning a market? Can it surge pretty quickly, do you think?
Oh, look, yeah, I think it's probably going to be driven by inventories in the short term. There's no doubt about that. I think the longer term picture for nickel obviously revolves pretty heavily around the EV thematic. Arguably there's going to be a bit of a stall there, with demand side effects from COVID-19. I think, since I've joined Chalice, we've been looking very closely at nickel, and we've consistently found it very hard to come across advanced exploration stage opportunities in the space. So really if you look at the supply side, particularly of class 1 nickel, you see a very empty pipeline of projects, undeveloped projects. So I guess the sector is needing to go into the greenfield space to satisfy that existing demand. And certainly if there's any sort of material increase in demand, then the cupboard's going to be very bare very quickly.
While you're having success in the nickel space, fair bit of activity at Pyramid Hill, prior to recent investors inform us of what's happening there, or what's happening there, and what can we expect some from Pyramid Hill?
Yeah, so fortunately, the project again is only a couple of hours drive out of Melbourne, and the people supporting our diamond drilling program over there are Victorian based, and they're using Victorian rigs. So fortunately, we can keep going for the time being over in Victoria, and that's our intent to basically keep the drill programs at Julimar and Pyramid Hill going in parallel. We're still very much excited by the things that we're drilling over there in Victoria. We've completed now a couple of diamond holes on our key target over there, the Carry prospect, and air core results that we released just recently were very encouraging. We're sort of starting to see grades that getting above the 10 gram per ton mark, and we're seeing intersections like that within a metre at 15 grams within a sizable over 4 kilometre long continuous gold trend. So we really like that target. We're going to continue to drill. At the moment, our diamond program is about 11 holes. We're going to basically get that program finished, and hopefully that gives us a good, geological picture about what we're really looking at there underneath that air core anomaly.
Having your second child recently and producing some stunning hits from Julimar, was more exciting, having your second child or getting a discovery at Julimar?
I don't tell my wife, but no, it was of course welcoming my second child, my first son into the world. But then shortly after that was a discovery intersection at Julimar. So it was a wild couple of weeks, put it that way.
Excellent.
But yeah, no, happy days on the family side. So thanks for that.
All right, all the best, mate, and hopefully we can catch up and have a coffee in the not too distant future.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Good to chat to you.